All right, I'll get the injury report over with first. Connor McDougal will be out till the Boise game. Concussion protocol, not a definite. He'll be ready for the Boise game, but he's 10 days. Jordan Hunter is better. He'll practice today. You guys are more than welcome to come to practice for about 15, 20 minutes, but I'm going to have to close it just because it's day of. So I hope Jeff doesn't get mad at me for that, but I want to let him know beforehand. But you guys are more than welcome to come down and see the guys. Gave them most of yesterday off. And then today we'll start getting ready for UNLV. We did some stuff with UNLV, but I think our guys are anxious to get back on the floor, and I think I am too. So we'll get to practice hard today for about an hour and a half, and then we'll get ready for Tuesday's game. I don't know if a lot of you guys know the Utah State game has been moved to 9 o'clock. It's going to be on ESPN, ESPNU, so it's not a computer game. So, but that's been moved to 9. So this game we're looking forward to.
The recap stuff first.
We play UNLV.
Did you
I know,
watch
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I watched the film.
it?
I've been a part of them. I mean, we're down 5 at Colorado State, Toppert and Danridge and Ferris's senior year when we won the league, down 5 with 13 seconds and won. Utah, Boise State, we're up 15 with 3:03 to go. We won. Most of you remember Tony Snell's shot against George Mason. We were down 7 with 25 seconds and win. That I've never seen anything like that. Never been a part of what happened the other night. But you got to give them credit. I mean, we just didn't finish the game.
And when you say that, when we didn't finish the game, when you're watching this film, two questions about the film itself. One, is that a film you show your players?
No.
You kind of erase it and
No.
forget about it. Normally you show the film from the past game.
We
right?
show parts of it.
Are you showing any of this one?
Yes, parts.
Okay.
Parts. Probably the good parts.
Okay.
Which for 37 minutes, that's the best my team's played.
Is that, well, let me follow up on that then. Is that the best your team has played since your first year in 3 seasons or just this season?
That's the best my team's played in the my 2.5 seasons. We played as well or better than that a couple times with Cam and Alex and Kendall and those guys. Probably played 5 or 6 games like that. But they played really good at San Diego State. They had some spurts at Utah State where we played very, very good, just like we did at San Diego State. And with Elijah Brown in foul trouble and X blowing out his knee. But we're going forward. Played excellent for 37 minutes here and just got basketball gods got us.
Last one on the film then. When you watch it, and you watch the whole thing, the bad parts too, do you have any regrets of what you could have or couldn't have done?
I'll just say this, Jeff. I know I'm a good coach. Okay? I've been highly successful as a player and as a coach. I've been around here and won 7 championships. I've won my own. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Do I have to get better? Everybody does. Am I learning? Yes. My players are good. They're good kids. Our program, we do the right thing all the time. Our players on and off the court do the right thing all the time. There's things you want to do differently, but I wouldn't have changed anything we did. I think the biggest thing is we're going to weather this thing together. I don't think it's going to be like the San Diego State thing last year. I think my kids are in good mood. I got great leadership in the locker room and my players, but we'll do it together and we'll figure it out together. And I have to tweak some things for them, but I've got a good group of kids and I'm excited to go forward. And it happened. I feel bad it happened to those guys.
Coach, what is the most positive consequence that can result from this experience?
The positive consequence that you don't be up, I don't know, that you're not up, 11 points with a minute to go and you go 4-10 from the line and you do some things. So it's a learning experience.
Is it driving you today to come out and say, man, we got a lot to prove today, guys?
I'm not real happy because we let one get away, but I feel bad for the kids. I think they're going to come out and compete today. I think they're going to get better today. I think the biggest thing is we've got to do some things collectively that we'll figure out. But I think they're ready to get going. They had great attitude yesterday. they've shown unbelievable flashes of being good. And I'm not going to take that away from them. But we have to, the thing that we have to do as a team, it has to be more consistent. And if we get consistency, we'll be a good team.
I mentioned before the game, the opportunity to be on ESPN is good for the program. The way things turned out, and Nevada came from behind, and you guys gave up the lead, was that outcome then bad for the program?
No. Man, we're not the only program that's happened to before. So, it showed our team, they're getting votes in the top 25, so that should show our team. We've played the two best teams supposedly are going to be in front of us. I think our guys can draw some confidence from that. I know I do. I've always thought we were a good team. I always thought we could compete for the championship. So I think winning at San Diego State and then playing that game the other night, I think that gives our guys some confidence that we'll go forward with.
How much do you keep hammering home that, okay, this is done, it's over?
I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. I mean, Van, you played, you've been around it, everybody's been around it. We can go over that tape over and over and over again. When you bank 3 threes in, you make 7 threes in a row, and you shoot from the foul line what we did, things can happen. We got to go forward. Players did everything that I've asked them to do. They did everything I asked them to do. It just didn't work out.
But this is one of those things that can make them stronger, though, right? Because, being in this
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think our experience last year at San Diego State propelled us to win at San Diego State this year. We had the same scenario we did last year. We were up. We were up last year. We had a bad turnover late. Pope hits a 3, and then we didn't play well in overtime. Okay? This year, same deal. We get 2 stops, get a steal. We grew from that. The guys that have been there grew from that. So hopefully this will help us. I think it will. I'm excited that it will. That's the only way I can look at it.
I know there's obviously 2 different spectrums on the post game for the head coaches. Muss has been making the rounds, and his phone was going crazy the other night. Do you get people reaching out to you after a game like that when you're on the losing end in the coaching fraternity?
I'll just say this. San Diego State, I had 98 texts when I got it done talking to my team. Nevada game, I had 5, and it's always the same 5. It's the same 5. The 98, there's about 70 of them that are the same ones that really wanted me to be the coach and now that are wavering. And now there's 5 that after the Nevada game, it's the same 5. And they're friends, and there's somebody that I used to work for that always checks on me. There's 5. In San Diego State, there's 98 before I get done talking to my team. That's not counting the ones after that. But after the Nevada game, it's crickets. But that's part of it. That's part of our profession. It's a difficult profession.
It's sort of a telling thing, though, about what's going on around this program right now, is there are people that still want to jump on right now and want this team to succeed and want to be a part of it when it succeeds.
You're either a Lobo or you're not a Lobo. These guys deserve to have people cheer for them, and that's what I say. I just want these people to support them, and I understand some people don't like the direction I've taken the program. I understand that. I'm a big boy, but I took over for a guy that's the greatest coach that ever coached here. He's the best one. No matter what anybody says, he's the greatest coach that ever. Bob King was unbelievable. He started the program. He's an Indiana guy. Know all about him. Alford won 6 championships regular season. Nobody's done that. His winning percentage, nobody's done that. He set the foundation for us to be successful. I just haven't lived up to it yet. I did it my first year, and hopefully I can get it back to that.
You believe you can?
Yeah. I know I can. I have to think that.
What has it been like for you as far as like dealing with all of that? Because
I think you just beat yourself up, Van. I think you think you can do things differently. I think you. I know that I make mistakes. I know that I've got to learn some things, but I'm willing to do that. That's my responsibility. It's not the kids. It's me.
Coach, from the fundamental humanistic point of view, as you're watching that unfold, which we all have vocabulary, nightmare, whatever it was, what did it feel like?
I just felt like every time they threw it up, it was going in.
What did it feel like to you living through that?
It becomes a thing where you can't stop it. You're trying to stop it. You try to stop it with timeouts. You try to calm them down, but when you bank 3 threes in and you make some shots they make, it happens. I've never been I've been a part about 3 of those on the other side. I've never been in a part where shots were made like that.
Did it make you like physically sick to your stomach? I mean, 'cause
No, you can't stop it. Marshall banks one in to 94-91, 16 seconds left. We only have to make guys, if you look at it, we had 3 free throws to make 1 and it's over. And that happens. It's not the kids didn't try to miss them. They're doing everything they can. They played great. So I'm positive about my players. You just as a coach want to help them, and you feel helpless, and it didn't work out because they played terrific for 37 minutes.
Does this give you more of an idea of maybe shortening the lineup where, Kuiper played 26 minutes, Logwood 29, Jefferson 23, Harris 37, and they all did so well. It's probably the best games these guys have ever played this year. Does this mean maybe you can stay with a shorter lineup?
That's
maybe?
all I had available.
Well, you had
I played everybody that was healthy.
No, well, yeah, but you had a couple other guys come in the
No, I
game.
didn't. I didn't have anybody.
Yeah, Joe.
X was out. Joe played. How many did he play? 7?
Yeah, 7 minutes.
7 minutes? Yeah, I think so, but it's going to have to be. What I did was, to be honest, and you're always around and you make a great point, I played small. If you watched our game, I played small. And I'm going to do that if I have to do that. I got to put the best 5 players on the floor I can. Will I shorten the rotation? I could, but I didn't have Jordan Hunter. One thing that Jordan gives us, it gives us another ball handler, and it gives us another guy that can make free throws. He didn't play. I thought Anthony Mathis did a nice job. But, yeah, we could shorten it and play, but I don't know exactly. She'd have to tell me. I don't know exactly how many people I played at San Diego State. I probably could guess, but I think I played 10 at San Diego State, and we played extremely well. So could I shorten it? Yes, depending on who we play.
Do you see similarities that will help facing UNLV, considering it's a Marvin Mendes squad that you're used to, or is it they have such a hodgepodge of guys?
Well, I just think he had to do what he had to do. And I have a lot of respect for Marvin. He's a good coach. I just think they were put in a bad spot late. I think the kids he has now play extremely hard. There's some similarities to the way they played at New Mexico State, but to be honest with you, I won't know until they get down here and we start playing if there's a lot. But watching them on tape, there is. But I know his roster's, kind of put together late. So I don't think you can really judge their team. I know they're going to play hard. I know they got some talented kids. They're athletic. So we'll have to come ready to play.
I think it's just the league play. I can't remember if it's overall this season or league play, but they're second to last in the league in three-point shooting. There's some relief to that after Utah State and Nevada that
Our three-point shooting defense has improved. 1 point.
It has.
Coach, next
But they made 7 in a row. Well, it hurts you. We go in the halftime and we hold them to 31. I think it's right, 31. They scored 56 from the 11-minute mark. It's got to be close to. So that's something that we'll try to feed off of and try to. You can't get up like we do and stop playing defense. But I thought if you look back at it and you play it back, and a lot of people have, Marshall's first 3. All over him. Marshall's second 3 all over him. Marshall's third 3 were all over him. 2 out of the 3 are banks. Caroline's 2 threes, guys on him. So
the walk-on had the only open one, really.
he had the only one.
Yeah.
He had the only one in a steal that we should have just tried to run the clock out.
next time you're up by 25, will you
I'm gonna punt.
keep your
Punt
foot
on
the
second. I'm
throat
gonna punt
and
on
beat them
second
by
down.
45?
Well, I think what you have to do, and I told our guys they have to, once you get ahead, you have to keep playing. I think they understand that. To be honest with you, I don't think they stopped playing. I thought they still competed hard. I just think it was a wide array of wild-made shots.
Of everything that happened Saturday, this only comes down to the 8.7-second scenario where they tied the game. What's your philosophy on fouling up 3?
I would have fouled if it was below that, but it wasn't. It was 16 when he made the shot to.
So that last one after they called the
You
timeout-
talking about the overtime
No,
one?
in
You
regulation.
talking about Marshall's bank,
Marshalls that forced the overtime.
the 94-94. It's 16 seconds left. I'll foul under 10. It's got to be at 7. The only mistake that I made is that the only thing that I would have went back on is that I could have called a timeout with 8 seconds, but I've had the philosophy that I don't want them to set their defense. And I got the best player in the league, and he's won games like that for me before, and we've not won games before. But, I mean, it goes back to Kendall Williams. Kendall did an unbelievable job at San Diego State. We lost on a possession. He misses a shot. He wins the Mountain West Championship on the same shot a week later. Elijah Brown, 8 seconds, UTEP, makes it. Elijah Brown, this one, we didn't get a good shot, and they doubled him. I want him to take that shot all the time because he's the best player in the league. But, you know, you might have to rethink your philosophy sometimes. Sometimes I just think I don't want to get the defense set, and this time it might have been better to get a timeout and try to run something. But I thought we'd get a good shot, and I thought we got an okay shot, and I think he can make those plays.
Coach, you know, critics come with the job. Do you ever keep your buffer that stuff, or what do you do?
What do I do? I don't worry about any of the noise that's outside of me or outside of this place or outside of my locker room. I know there's a lot of it, but I just try to take care of the noise that's inside of here.
I wanted to ask about, just to clarify, you said at the end of the game up 3, what was it? You said under 10 you would foul?
I'd foul. Yeah. They never got under 10 unless you guys wanted me to foul Caroline before he shot the game-winning 3 so he can shoot a 2.
But you don't do that, do you? Like,
No,
that's what I said,
nobody
that's
does
stupid.
that.
Yeah.
There wasn't one. That's what I'm saying. You can go through that film all you want, and we could all go up there together, and I could take you in the theater room, and we can watch it together. And there's not one thing that I would have done differently
We're asking about
for
the
my
game
team.
time. The
What?
3 at the end of regulation is the one we're asking.
Yeah, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
Why am I going to foul with 16 seconds? You can't foul. You have to foul under 10. That's the golden coach's handbook.
You were up 6 with 20-some seconds to go, and you called timeout, but they had no timeouts. Did you really want to call a timeout? Or
I called timeout when?
I think it was like 20-some seconds.
Yeah,
to
because
go.
I had to calm my guys down.
I
we
thought
just
you
went-
gave them a chance so their offense.
No,
Okay.
no. I have to.
So you
I have
always
to.
would do that. Then,
I have to
okay.
calm my guys down. They just went on a 11-0 run. I mean, I'm just going to keep letting it go. I mean, you got to try to stop the bleeding sometime.
What's your emphasis with the team this week? 24 hours before.
Get ready to play. Have fun. Get ready to play UNLV. So, all we can do is control what we can control, and hopefully they'll be ready to go. But I think they will be. I think they're hungry. I think they're in a good place, and we're excited.
Earlier today, you said that everything's going to be okay because you have good leadership within the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Any couple of individuals you'd like to point to?
Well, Elijah and Tim are. I think they're good leaders, and I think our veteran guys. I think X has become more of a vocal leader because he's not playing. But I think Tim and Elijah are good leaders in that locker room, and they're going to have to come together. We'll all have to come together. We got to weather the storm, which I know we will.
To the disgruntled fan out there.
There's
who's
disgruntled
upset,
fans.
What do you tell them to say, come back, give us another shot?
If they're fans, they'll come back. If you're a Lobo fan, you'll come back.
Because there's so many games left. I mean, if you guys talk about that, there's
We're 4 games. Do you realize that Roman and those guys were 0-2 in conference and won 30?
Hey, one thing too, at halftime, just before half, I don't think you had you guys shooting a 3 with 10 seconds to go when you called timeout.
No. The only thing that I would have done differently there, he wasn't supposed to shoot it, but he's a freshman. So I mean,
What was the play
trying
you
to throw it
called
to
at
Tim
halftime?
Williams.
Tim Williams. How
Yeah,
come you didn't
I was
put-
gonna put Elijah Brown back in, but I didn't want him to get a third foul.
That's what I was gonna ask.
All right, how many times has he got a third foul? Could he possibly charge? Could he possibly set an illegal screen? Has that happened before?
You wanted it.
Has that happened before?
Yeah.
Has that happened before?
It does.
Yes, it's happened before,
He
like
wanted
4 or
to come
5
in,
times.
didn't he?
Yeah, I wanted to go in too to shoot free throws, but I didn't get to.
One of his fouls the other night was about 60 feet away from the basket, too. Way
Yes,
back
yes.
there. You see, you talking about that?
No, but I mean, I think he gets it. I think we're on the same page.
What about Harris? Didn't he get fouled on that steal? They knocked him over 2 feet. He moved his feet.
I can't comment on referees.
Oh, okay.
Coach, can you still win this league? Can you still win this
Yes.
league? Qualify that with something of feeling.
Yes.
I don't like
I
it.
think, huh?
Go ahead.
I just think we got the best team in the league. Always have. But I mean, it's not like we've not had heartbreak losses before.
It's interesting to hear you say the basketball gods, and maybe referencing the force that it just wasn't our night. I mean, sure they banked the threes. In my neighborhood we had to call that, and they get 3 of them.
You had to do that in horse,
on
too.
the other end, what usually is your strength of your free throws, it's not there. Just one.
I'll just make
And
one,
what's
I'll
that
just say
weird
this.
time?
I just say this. If you do the right thing all the time in your life, if you do it all the time and you make it a habit, good things will happen to you. So we're in a situation as a team where we got to weather this, and we're going to do all the right things, and we're going to learn, and we're going to make it a habit. We just have to be more consistent.
I know your demeanor at press conferences gets critiqued a lot. You seem happier right now. Is it almost what else can you kind of do?
I just don't know what anybody wants me to say. I mean, was I down? Yeah. Did I take blame for it? Yeah. Do I blame all the losses on myself? Yes. Do I love my team? Yes. Do I like my job? I love it. Do I love being here? Yeah. Why wouldn't I be happy? I'm kind of turning over a new thing where it's like, I mean, it's not like I'm in a bad spot. I mean, if you look around the world, all the stuff that's going on, I'm the coach of the Lobos. I mean, how many guys would want to be that? A ton. I'm fortunate. So I guess it's just being positive light to my team, and the only way I can help them get better is be positive and have positive energy. And if I do that, then I've done everything that I can ask of myself.
Anything else?
Surprising you, huh?